Hello, my name's Vicky. I'm a careers advisor for CXK and I'm here today to talk to you about student finance, specifically around repaying your student loan and how that might work. This video applies to people who are starting an undergraduate course in England in or after September of 2023. There are some quite big changes happening to student finance on that day, and that is what this video is going to be talking about. If you are or have started your undergraduate course before that date, there's a different video that you can go away and watch that will give you the right information for you. Also, I should say that all the information in this video is up to date at time of recording. I'm recording this in April of 2022, so depending on when you watch this, you might want to go away and double check if any of these figures have changed. So the system from September of 2023 is going to be that you will go to university, and of course most people borrow money for fees and then also money to live on for food and rent and books and all the stuff that you need. Then you will finish university, hopefully you will get a good job, and that's when we'll start thinking about repaying your loan. So the way that it works is that the amount that you repay per month is based on your income. So we have a repayment threshold that is going to be £25,000, and that is going to be the case for the next few years. So basically £25,000 a year, which works out to £2,083 per month. So if you earn above that figure, you will pay back 9% of what you earn above that. So if you were earning £1,000 above the threshold per year, you would pay back 9% of £1,000 per year. The amount that you pay changes based on your income. So if you were earning above the threshold and then you dropped below that threshold for any reason, even a reason that you chose yourself, like going part-time or quitting your job to go traveling around the world, if you drop below the threshold, your repayments will stop. But of course, in the future, if you then went above the threshold, the repayments would start again. And you have got a maximum of 40 years to pay back your loan. So of course, if you weren't a particularly high earner, or if you didn't earn above the threshold, you might not have earned enough to pay back or everything that you had borrowed within 40 years. So if we get to the 40 years and you haven't repaid everything that you've borrowed, the amount that's left is basically written off. Now, student finance isn't like any other type of loan because, of course, in most cases, if you borrow money and then you end up not paying it back, that can have some quite negative impact on credit scores and ability to get future loans and stuff like that. With your student loan, it isn't like that. If you end up having money written off, it just kind of goes away and there's no negative consequence to that. Having said that, while you are paying it back, you will be being charged interest on it. So while you're repaying the loan and also while you're studying, you will be being charged interest on that. The interest that you're going to be paying is basically fixed at RPI, or the RPI at the time. So while you will be being charged interest, you shouldn't be paying more than you borrowed in real terms. And what that means is, if you were to borrow enough money to buy 1,000 pairs of trainers now, the maximum amount that you will pay back will be enough to buy 1,000 pairs of trainers at future prices. So in real terms, you're not paying back more, even though you are going to be being charged interest. Under this system, it's currently predicted that around 40 to 50% of people won't pay back what they've borrowed. That is very much a prediction because, of course, this is all happening in the future. But yeah, it's predicted that 40 to 50% of people won't pay back what they've borrowed. And obviously, if you haven't paid back what you've borrowed, you also won't be paying back any interest. And any interest that you've been charged just means that more money will be being written off after the 40 years. But of course, if you are going to pay your loan off within the 40 years, you will end up paying back that extra because of the interest you have been charged. So that is a very basic overview of the student finance system and how it's going to be. If you need any more advice or information, you can have a look on the government student finance website and the Student Finance England website, which has got a ton of information for you to find out more. If you're currently attending a school, college or university, you can talk to the careers department or the careers advisor at your institution, and you can always contact the National Careers Service for free and impartial careers advice from a qualified careers advisor, either in person or over the phone or online, depending on your circumstances. Thank you. Bye.